First and foremost, Nwabueze, anything interesting that's happening in the markets? At least you're moving very slowly back to 21,000, but it's still very, very far.
Oh, hi, Lerato. Thanks for having me. Yeah, I mean, I wish I could say some very interesting thing has come up from the market today, but not really. Ratio of the gainers to losers stood at 2 to 1. Market up marginally at 98.10 points. Overall, there's a sense of not much activity, but a gradual move, like you said. So we are looking at, I think, some 600 points away from the 21,000 mark, and I hope before the close of this week we'll get it.
Oh, well, okay. I like your optimism. Not quite so for the Naira. It's now at 159 Naira, headed slowly towards 160 Naira. The pressure that this currency is feeling, still a lot of dollar demand, despite everything that the CBN has done.
I wouldn't say not so much optimism on the Naira, because I think like 2 weeks back, the Naira was trading at 167, 168 levels, and for most of this week, we've seen the Naira capped at 160 level. Even the intraday swings, we've seen it capped at 160.20, 160.30. And I think at that, we begin to see some sort of resistance on the currency at those levels, and we expect it to actually trade back to converge towards the CBN point of, which is about 151, 152 levels. Right. Yeah, we tend to see a bit of demand in the market coming on the back of the fact that a couple of new news has come out of the CBN regarding certain types of transactions that can be transacted via the window and certain types that are now excluded via that window. Then we tend to see a bit of pressure coming into the market. But overall, we think with a bit of more liquidity coming into the market outside of what the CBN is doing, maybe via the oil companies or other activities, or FDIs looking at the interest rate levels in Nigeria and thinking it's a good entry point, we think we'll begin to see some bit of convergence towards the CBN level of about 152, 153 levels.
Before we talk about what the CBN is doing, let's just talk about whether or not 159 is starting to signal a need to think of a new resistance level. We've known the Naira to be in the region, as you said, of 150 Naira, give or take 3%. We're far off from there, and there is a suggestion that maybe 155 should be the new resistance level. Some statements attributed to the governor suggest that maybe the authorities are starting to think this way.
Well, I think this is it's a new one that the market is getting a sense of. I mean, reports over the weekend into Monday stating that the governor thinks 155 it's a range where he expects the currency to be at. I guess that's a new information that the market had to digest this past trading sessions. Overall, we do not want to see it yet as a new base rate to say that's where the plus or minus 3% should take its cue from. That clearly was not signaled, and we do not want to begin to think about that. But if you look at market activities for the past few trading sessions, it seems as though that's what the market's already pricing at 155 as a new base rate, and plus or minus 3%, saying a cap at 160, 161 levels. We would wait for further clarification on that. But like I said, with the measures that CBN is coming in weight in the market, we tend to see some, we would see some gravitational pull towards what the CBN is currently trading at, say maybe about 153, 154 levels.
Okay, Nwabueze, let's talk about other statements attributed to the CBN. On Friday, we saw the net open position moved from 1% to 3%, and other interventions regarding transactions on the WDAS window on the interbank market. What's been said, and what is it that is going to change within the system?
Yeah, those policies were actually a welcome relief to the market. I think the CBN intervention in interbank market, which is something that they've not done, I think, since they resumed again this week. From what they've done, it's I think they did it last sometime in 2010. I mean, it's to alleviate the pressure and also to put the required liquidity. My opening statement actually pointed to the fact that liquidity in the interbank market outside the WDAT window is quite thin, and we are looking forward to all majors coming into the market and at least providing some sort of respite. So resumption of the CBN intervention in interbank market was a welcome development. We actually saw the Naira strengthening towards 153.60 on the news of that, and subsequently we've seen the Naira actually pull some gain, but overall close on a bullish note. Why that is not removed from the fact that certain demands are flowing back into the interbank market. Overall, I think market participants would want and would really want to see a clear and definite decision out from the CBN on the currency front and the various policies, and will continue to trace back on a smooth sail.